Mary Kay, the Browns and Steelers played to a 21-21 tie after the game. It felt like a lot of the players in the locker room didn't quite know how to feel about it. Coach Jackson, Tyrod Taylor, a lot of guys didn't know how to feel about it. How are we supposed to feel about the Browns tying their arch nemesis, the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Well, you know what? My takeaway really from the locker room was they felt like it was a loss more than anything. It was a very sour locker room. People were down and out. They felt like they should have won this game. And I think that was the number one thing. They weren't excited they came back. They weren't excited that they ended in a tie instead of a loss. To them, it felt like field goal got blocked. We lost the game.
Yeah, and that was a big part of it because they forced that big turnover, one of 6 turnovers forced. You get down into field goal range. You miss a 43-yard field goal. That's a makeable field goal even in these conditions. Zane Gonzalez said his range was about 50 to 51 today going that way. So a makeable kick. It gets blocked. And you were that close to breaking so many losing streaks. The overall, the division streak, the season opener, so close, and it didn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, it really was kind of a sad place to be walking out of there with them knowing that they almost knocked off the Steelers in the opener and just the way that they came back and almost pulled it off. It felt like they should have won this game, especially because they had 6 takeaways by the defense. Nobody ever loses when you have 6 takeaways by the defense.
Yeah, interceptions, 2 of them by Denzel Ward, the rookie, so he had a big debut for this team. And the pass rush, Myles Garrett, 2 forced fumbles, both in the fourth quarter, both leading to touchdowns that allowed the Browns to tie this game.
Yeah, it was a big monster game by Myles Garrett. That's what you need from him. That is what you expect from him. And Denzel Ward, I was actually surprised about the picks. He only had 2 at Ohio State in his whole entire career. So to tie that in his first game, that's big.
And for the offense, a little struggle in the first half, but it was good to see Josh Gordon make a catch. He showed what he can bring. We saw a little bit of what Jarvis Landry can do, but it was a struggle offensively as Tyrod Taylor really wasn't able to get the ball down the field with much consistency, at least.
It really was a struggle the whole way through. I mean, they went 3 and out on their first 3 possessions in overtime. So it was not a good offensive performance overall. It was not a great debut by Tyrod Taylor, but I think I'm going to attribute it in part to the fact that this was the first time they played together as an offense. First time he had played in a game with Josh Gordon, who has missed the entire preseason. First time they had a new left tackle, rookie who was struggling a little bit. So hopefully they'll pull it all together.
And it was rainy. It was windy. The conditions were not great down there for either side. A 21-21 tie. I actually said losing streak earlier. We have to use a new word. It's a winless streak, I guess.
Yeah, it's something, and we are still trying to figure it out.